Bangkok's here, and we're here. Well, it's a rainy day here in Kanchanaburi. It's about an hour and a half drive if you drive yourself, 3 hours by minivan it would seem, away from Bangkok, and run across the road. And I am here to visit a couple of things. First thing on the list this morning is the bridge over the River Kwai. Yeah, it's not just a movie. It's not often that your walk takes you straight through the grounds of a temple. It's really quiet this time of day. I wonder what type of fruit those are. Anyone know? I've just stopped for breakfast and I'm admiring the view. So I made it. The bridge is behind me. This is the bridge over the River Kwai. Okay, for the small number of you that may have heard of the bridge over the River Kwai, it was first a book, and then it was adapted into a screenplay for a film in the 1950s with Alec Guinness in it. And the book was written based loosely on what actually happened in World War II, where a troop of English soldiers, British soldiers, were captured, and they were forced by the Japanese to construct this bridge. And instead of rebelling against the Japanese, they decided they wanted to construct the bridge to the highest standard they could, so that it would become a symbol after the war of British engineering. In the movie, the troop were at work trying to get this constructed and taking a lot of pride in their efforts. Meanwhile, the Allies were staging or planning a rescue operation, and in the rescue operation, which ultimately failed, everyone was shot dead, but the bridge itself had been blown up by the Allies. And the last words of the movie are a quote where it says "madness, utter madness," which is an apt quote for a war film. So the bridge in real life, outside of the movie, it was constructed because the Japanese wanted to link Burma and India to Thailand and the coast, and it would make a much safer route for them to get supplies from that part of the world to the east side of Asia, rather than having to go all the way round by boat. It was constructed by the prisoners of war, and it makes part of the Death Railway, which is so named because of the amount of casualties and deaths there were in constructing this bit of railway. The bridge was actually destroyed by the Allies. They bombed it in the early 1940s, and it had to be reconstructed after the war. And the arches that are on the bridge, the arches are actually original from the original construction. So a lot of pieces of this bridge are from the original bridge, but the concrete pillars and various other bits had to be replaced after the bomb was dropped on it. So you can actually still walk across the bridge, so let's go for it. That over there is the tomb of the Chinese soldier. This is it. Now I've effectively just crossed the line, and I've walked the entire length of the River Kwai Bridge.